While in Israel, you also went to Jordan, I understand, and you met with King Abdullah as well as some other folks there. You went to Egypt and met with President el-Sisi, and then to Saudi Arabia to meet with the Crown Prince there. What are they saying about Iranian aggression right now?
Well, of course, Iran dominates the conversation all around the region. And this is the problem that we have with this current Biden-Harris administration. And heaven forbid if we should ever see a Harris-Walz administration. Why? Because they continue to appease the Iranians. And all of these Arab nations live under threat of attack from Iran, whether a direct attack or from their proxies throughout the region. So as you will notice, the Abraham Accords, Arab nations that came together with Israel in agreement to press back against Iran, not a single one of those Arab nations has withdrawn from the Abraham Accords, a wonderful, wonderful document that was drawn up by the Trump administration with Israelis, with a number of Arab partners. They all feel the threat of Iran. Having these accords makes this region stronger, so much stronger. But what they will tell me as Arab leaders, they do want to see an end to the hostilities in Israel. That's key, and I would support that. However, it needs to be a positive end for Israel, and we need our hostages back. Hamas has to pay a significant price for what they have put upon the Israeli people.
Well, speaking of Iran, the FBI, as you know, says Iran hacked the Trump campaign. And this was in the summer, then sent that information reportedly to Biden campaign staffers. Here's what President Trump said about that report last night.
And just today, 3 agencies of the Kamala Harris and Joe Biden administration, the FBI, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence and Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, they just released a report confirming that Iran actors hacked into the Trump campaign's email accounts and in turn sought to give the hacked materials to the Biden-Harris campaign. They gave them all of the materials because Biden is working with Iran, and Iran doesn't exactly like me.
So again, that was private material confirmed, again, from the Trump campaign sent to someone affiliated with the then Biden campaign. That is election interference. And what's more, it shows that Iran, or those that were hacking, favor the Democratic candidate. Senator, your thoughts?
Well, of course they do, because who is not enforcing sanctions on Iran now? Who has allowed Iran to sell oil illicitly and gain nearly $90 billion of revenue that they can use to fund terrorist proxies and destabilize the Middle East? Hello, it's the Biden-Harris administration who is intent on getting the JCPOA nuclear agreement in place for Iran to allow them to continue to build and develop nuclear capabilities to use against the peaceful nations of the region. Hello, it's the Biden-Harris administration. So you look at the appeasement opportunities that have been doled out by the current administration. You wonder why the world is on fire. It's Biden-Harris. Okay, what did Trump do when he was in office? Again, we have the 4-year anniversary of the Abraham Accords, an incredible group of nations that came together for peace and prosperity under President Trump. He certainly provides strength in that region to push back against Iran. He enforced the sanctions against Iran. He took us out of the disastrous JCPOA. Trump is really a hero in that region. They respect strength, and they know that if we have another presidency under Donald J. Trump, they know that that region will be so much safer, so much more prosperous under his leadership than if we have a Kamala Harris presidency.